In a quiet little town in Belgium, the epic battle for honor and glory is about to unfold. Zemst is once again the heart of Europe's biggest curling league. With 29 teams from 8 mighty nations, the competition is heating up on the coldest surface known to man. The stage is set for a historical new chapter. Watch the epic unfolding of the new season. Will the reigning champion dominate the series? Or will N19 rise up and revive old glory? Are the Tigers the dangerous outsiders? Or could it be the desperate housekeepers? We welcome hard-sweeping power from the east, dazzling charm from the north, strategic battle plans from the south, and nerves of steel from the west. We're going to see devastating duck duels and rock-solid wisdom from Stone Good. We may not have Canada's heroic Homan, Matt's badass Stars and Stripes, or a Swedish Viking princess like Anna. But our league forges its own legends. Meet the magician, Peekaboo Caro, the little general, Gatling Gun Tom, the GOAT, Mustache Man, and don't forget the Walter. We'll express our uncensored opinion, celebrate only the very best of shots, and seduce you with our sweet voices. Because that is what we do. We simply love curling, and we are devoted to bring this exciting, roaring game out into the world.
What a play!
Hello, curling fans. We are live from Zemst, Belgium, bringing you another Belgian Curling League matchup tonight. I am John McLennan, as always, joined by Pim van Vlaanderen. Welcome in. It's been a while. It seems like it's been ages since we've done one of these broadcasts.
Especially the Belgian Curling League. We were in Luxembourg 2 weeks ago. That's 2 weeks ago already, broadcasting the Benelux Cup. But the Belgian Curling League has been moving on quietly underneath the surface. We haven't broadcasted that many matches, but there has been a lot happened.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know all of the English sentences and.
I'm usually the one with the brain farts. It's like forgetting the words. And we've had a lot of action this weekend, starting on Thursday night. I'm drawing blanks on the name. Transylvania played a match on Thursday night. I was playing at the same time. Pim and I were both playing at the same time. We had a doubles match going on at the same time, so couldn't really pay too much attention to it, although we finished early enough to watch like the last end on that one. But Transylvania prevailed. They won also again last night. They've won, I think this is their third match of the weekend. They have one more tomorrow. They're playing 4 this weekend, so quite busy, although 1 per day allows them to get some rest and do some little sightseeing. They said they rented a car this time, so they've got some they've taken little side trips here and there. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's the cool thing. This is the Belgian Curling League, so you would expect a lot of Belgian teams, or maybe some teams just crossing the border, Netherlands, France, maybe Germany, Luxembourg. But then tonight we will have Romania versus Spain in the Belgian Curling League. I think this is the first time we've had those two countries face each other here live on stream on Kurdia. We had Harrikada and
we've had them last.
Yeah.
We've not had Harrikada on the stream. I was talking with them earlier, and they said, "Yeah, no, we have not had them," because I didn't think we had. We had.
I remember one game. There was one game where a player dropped his stopwatch, and then they were trying to kick it away with the broom, and that was a Harrikada.
That was on a side sheet.
Oh yeah, that's
we
true.
were broadcasting something else, and then during the intermission, we kind of panned over, and it was Transylvania. Somebody dropped their thing, but it was against Harrikada.
That's true. That's
so
true.
They have a history together, but we don't have a history with Harrikada on the stream. So it's going to be exciting for us to see them tonight. They are with only 3 players tonight. Ironically enough, an American and a Belgian joining a Spaniard instead of an all-Spain team. But, this is how we do it in Belgium. It doesn't matter where you're from. It just kind of throw teams together, and it could be from anywhere.
I feel like that's also kind of the story with curling and even national teams. If you go to a World Mixed or even World Mixed Doubles, you think, whoa, these guys are coming from kind of distant, exotic countries, but Canadians tend to occupy a lot of these national teams. So you have nationalities, and then you have your real true nationality, and that's the same here in Belgium. But again, great to have that many nations competing for, let's say, the top, which is League A here. And I think those two teams, they are climbing the ladder. They started in C, and now they're up here in B, facing each other. Only one team will move on after New Year's to League A. I think, John, maybe Transylvania or Harrikada, two of the stronger teams, serious candidates to go up to League A and then compete against the big boys.
Yeah, absolutely. We see the fans pouring in. We've already got a Harrikada 7, Transylvania 5 prediction from Alex. Krupener is saying vamos, so I think he's also rooting for Harrikada. So we love to see you guys in there. Any questions or comments, we will be paying attention to the chat while we broadcast, so feel free to ask questions, make comments, strategy decisions. You know, we do the same thing. We love it when you guys get involved as well. Yeah. So really looking forward to that.
Yeah, and for kind of people that don't know us, are really happy to watch our stream. As John said, we have the full stream experience with the chat open, the full interaction. We'd love to hear your ideas, your comments. You can comment the game, but you also can comment us as commentators, and that helps us produce better quality stream, a better a better quality production, basically, because you know, a lot of people noticed we have invested in a green screen last year, and we are ramping up the quality of our green screen. We used to have some kind of blur.
So this doesn't exist. We're actually not here. This is all CGI, all green screened in.
It's nearly perfection, yeah. I think I spent 2 months working on some kind of AI characters in the background to kind of mimic people sitting in here, and they are tapped into our voices with a large language model. So if we say things that look weird and they make strange reactions, that's all part of the AI green screen backdrop. Yeah. So it's definitely not real.
I especially like the touch of having them eat French fries, frites, not French fries, sorry, frites. You know, as they do in Belgium, they eat frites a lot. So although that is our French model, so maybe they are eating French fries. We'll see.
Oh, that's a whole other discussion. Yeah.
That's another argument to have.
Let's not dive in that rabbit hole. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the teams, John, they are ready to start. We have been on the booth quite long. Just let's have a look at the standings here. What is at stake? Which teams are going? Dude, there are a lot of arrows there, but only one arrow counts. That's the one on the top going up. The ones going down, like a random teams relegating. It's not the case, obviously. But the standings are correct in terms of points, wins, losses, even LSDs. Harrikada sitting pretty strong on top. 4 wins, 0 losses, running the perfect record so far. But Transylvania also unbeaten, 2 wins. So they could move on to a second spot position later on. Interesting group. You have 2 Luxembourgian teams in there, and then a lot of Belgians.
Yeah. And Alex asking, who do you think is going to win? Well, that's the significance of the numbers below our names, or next to our names here. We make predictions on every match we broadcast, and right now, well, I think these are old numbers because these are related to the Luxembourg, the Benelux Cup that we broadcast last week. That's a completely separate competition. I think season-wise, Pim is 1 and I'm 0, so we'll correct those numbers shortly. But we make a prediction on everyone. We want you guys to predict as well. We have even a vote system you can go to vote.curdia.tv or scan the QR code if you're not on your phone, and that is going to be where you can pick who is going to win. Pim and I make our picks live here. You guys can put them in there. The vote closes at the conclusion of the 4th end. So once we switch over to end number 5, it's done. So you got a little bit of time, but it's always better to get it in before the match starts. But, you know, I've got my idea of who's going to win. And, you know, I've seen 2 matches from Transylvania this weekend on Thursday night. And then I was in here in the club last night doing some stuff with the cameras and got to watch their match. And, you know, so I've got my idea who I'm going to pick. Well, it's no surprise. I'm going to pick Transylvania. They've looked really strong this weekend, and we've seen them in the past as well. They always bring a strong team, and so that is going to be my pick, is Transylvania tonight. Even though they are on their 3rd team name in 3 years.
Yeah, they were Detroit Napoca last year, which is I think
just a
made song or a band or something?
Something. I forget. I thought they just maybe made it up. Yeah. And then before that, they were Peliclan. I think that's related to somebody's name on the team. So they have changed to Transylvania, which is perfectly suited for a Romanian team. So, yeah.
Yeah. as much as I like to counterpick, I think I'm going to follow your pick for this one. Transylvania, they are so strong. We played our double match, and on the sheet next to us, they played against Ramstein, and they were leading 10-0 just halfway the game. And I think Harrikada, they have 4 wins, but it was a bit harder. I'm going to save my counter pick for a bit later in the season. I think just Transylvania should be the better team, and I hope I don't offend a lot of these.
No, I think we've just offended Spain. I think just they're gonna all tune off. Yeah, they're just like, nope, forget it. We're out of here. They're picking against our boys, and so no, we have nothing against Harrikada. Nothing at all. I just like what I've seen. You know, we have to be honest. We have to make a pick, and I don't like picking ties. I never pick ties, so I'm always going to pick one team. Got to go with that. But
same for me. I have nothing against Spain, and if you want to curse, I probably don't understand because I don't speak I don't speak Brazilian, but I definitely don't want to offend any Spanish people. That was pun intended. That's
not even a pun. That's just straight up insulting. Wow.
Yeah, no, that was. I don't know if I'm not a native speaker. Maybe that's a very cultural sensitive thing out there. I don't know. But if it's so, please correct me. Then I'll.
But it's usually the other way when you say somebody speaking Portuguese is speaking Spanish. I think they're more used to that.
Yeah, indeed.
Any player to watch? Well, I mean, I would say from Harrikada, the most important, one of the players to watch is going to be Mats. He's relatively new to the team. He's a Belgian player. He's played in the league. We're familiar with him. But how familiar are his teammates with him? Because obviously he only gets to play with them once they come here. So that's going to be how does that interaction go? How does that, the timing, line calls, how much ice to give, that's going to play in a lot. And I think from the Romanian side, you're going to be looking at Dan, the skip. He is, how is he going to control? He's got 3 younger players with him. They're all junior national team players in Romania. But, youth has its inexperience. So how well is he going to manage them and their line and their expectations if things start going poorly? So those, I think, are going to be the 2 important players, 2 important keys to watch today.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good way to kick off the game. They already started, so let's have a quick peek on the ice, because now it is time for the players to take the spotlight. We've talked a lot, and we can do a lot more in the upcoming 2 hours. We hope to have a 8-ender coming down to the very last stone. Those are the stones we like to see, of course.
And who has... Oh, wow, they've already gotten... Trying to see who has hammer. Looks... Yellow has hammer, I believe. So we're going to update the scoreboard to get that all up to a date.
I think maybe reds.
We'll find out in a moment. Nope, that is yellow. The 4th red. So yellow has hammer. We do have the skips mic'd up. We'll get them turned on in a moment. Let's see. And hopefully they'll actually say something. Sometimes they don't.
What? Yeah.
All right. Lewis wanting a little bit to drink. So in the B League here in Belgium, we do not play with any kind of thinking clock. So sometimes teams tend to take their time getting organized and getting ready. In the A League, they play with the thinking clock, WCF rules. So very much games going on pace.
Line's good. Where are we? How's the weight? It's got a curl.
Looks like it's hanging out there.
No. Yeah.
Trying to get this to curl over. Not going to get buried.
Not too far. Yeah.
But does sit in a decent spot. Now,
Control!
it's very nice that on Harrikada that Liam that they speak English, so it's easier for us to follow. The Romanians do not. So, but he just said control, so I think I know what that means. They're going for a hit here. There is a double setup.
Lasso. 3 secunde.
3 seconds.
Like you speak the language.
Day.
Yep.
Oh, gets the hit. Unfortunately, it jams, and the shooter will roll away. They do get rid of one.
So I had you here. Go there.
Yep, going to get a little bit of ice. It's going to be interesting to see. We played Thursday night on this sheet in our doubles match, and as we're looking at it this way, the right side of the sheet very straight, or now the left side. So this side of the sheet quite straight. The other side curled quite a bit. So it'll be interesting to see how much the ice makers have been able to fix that. They had a little bit of a mishap with the ice surfacing machine and cut a few extra gouges into it, so they had to resurface everything, and
Lots of room. Where's the
wasn't
weight?
their best work, but they did what they could in the limited amount of time they had.
Nothing. Oh.
Line looks okay. It's starting to come. Yeah, it's a very late curl. It should come around just around the hog line.
Spread ends up. Yeah. Not a kid.
There it comes in. Oh, that's buried nicely.
Yes.
Fantastic draw there.
Shot.
Strong opening here for Harrikada so far.
Going for, looks like a run back setup here. We do have 2 other matches going on tonight over on Sheet A. It is Rouen against Yuk. So Rouen from France, Yuk from Germany, out of Cologne. And then on Sheet A, we have Team Harrikada, the Belgian men's national team, going up against Dinos and Turtles in a League A match.
For Team Harrikada, this is really one of their last training moments before they move to Finland to play the
Same way?
ECC European Championships.
Same turn. Okay.
So moves the guard out of the way, opens things up in the middle, and I think Harrikada is just going to come back with a center guard. I keep forgetting to ask Liam about his gloves. He's using a pair of what look like gardening gloves. They look very tough and durable. I'm just curious how warm they are, but I imagine they have pretty good grip on the broom.
Okay. Got a curl, but yep, now. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's a very late curl on this ice. We're pretty much around the hog line is when it starts to go, and this one just kind of dies a little bit short.
Offense starter.
Leaves an opening here for a takeout, even a potential
Takeout.
double. Yeah. And honestly, there's might be enough curl on this ice to get around just over the nose to kind of get behind that center guard.
On a mix set she played on this sheet this morning, and the team she faced missed a lot of takeouts on this ice, especially that side going towards the far end of the building, because it's pretty straight.
Day.
Maybe that's changed over the day.
This one just catches that guard, and then the guard jams on the red, so it doesn't even get fully out of the way.
That was just a hair.
Just the tiniest bit, yep. They were lucky that the guard didn't ricochet off the red and into the house. But pretty easy call for Harrikada to just throw another stone up in the middle.
Way to fucking pay attention. Okay.
The unaffected youth, not really worried about what happened. It's early in the game.
It's
It is.
just a touch less ice, but he actually set his a little bit. So.
It is a good idea to forget about the stone in the past. You can't change it. Focus on the future. This one looks on the light side, needed it to curl over.
Hard, hard, hard.
This one is going to get over the hog, but will it get over to the center line?
Feels like it's dying a bit too soon, maybe.
Yeah, they're trying to drag it, but again, just kind of stays out to the side.
Nice sweeping, but just not enough to really cover 2 stones there, so...
Yeah, Transylvania with another opportunity to get rid of those 2.
This is an important one. Cannot clip the guards.
Whoa!
It's just to take out of 1, that's better than clipping the guards.
Deze kade.
Oh, this
wide.
one is wide. It might only take the top one. Oh, catches the one in the back. Is that going to have enough to get it out of the house? No, it does not. So
Open draw for 2 here for Harrikada. Very close to pulling off a double takeout. Plenty of weight, just as much wide.
Right.
For a minute there, I thought they would sweep it out. Now, John, the stone you always call the
hardest shot in curling, the open draw to the house. Doesn't matter how many times you practice it.
We see it during LSD practices. People have 9 minutes to warm up, practice LSDs, and then end up not throwing a stone in the house for some reason.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, Skip coming out to sweep, needing to help to get this one down. Just needs to bite.
I think it's short.
Oh, and they did. That unfortunately is short. Oh, that was a swear jar.
Yeah.
But that is 1 for Harrikada. Yeah, they're not going to be happy they did that on their hammer, especially with just having the last stone open draw. But there you go. It's tough. It's the nerves. It's just that sudden pressure. It's like, oh, I don't want to throw it through, and then you overcorrect. And
if this game ends up being a very close game, coming all the way down to the last stone, these are the kind of points you will remember. Like, oh, we didn't score the easy points, and therefore we had to score the hard points later in the game.
Yep. So Mats will be leading things off here in end number 2 for Harrikada as they lead it 1-0 over Transylvania.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Maybe a hair heavy. It might be. Yeah, it's like top, I guess.
This side kept carrying Thursday.
Yep, this one, yeah, coming in. That's going to be past the tee line, honestly. Yeah, it just kind of shows you that it feels like this direction is a little bit downhill, possibly, and that yeah, it just seems to keep carrying.
And was it inside? It kind of curled more than I also expected to. But then again, I didn't quite catch the skip giving feedback about whether he must
Could have been because it kept going down, that it just had more time to curl. Didn't hear him indicate anything, so this is going to be a hit, but this is wide, so
no hits.
No hit, and so there's a break for Harrikada.
I like a center guard.
Keep going for that center guard is smart.
Yep.
Same weight.
Indicating same weight, so this one's going to be in the house as well. It actually even feels heavier, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think this one's
A little
gonna.
more, I guess.
This one's gonna be a little bit heavier. They're gonna be able to sweep this one out the back. There we go.
2 attempts for center guards.
So they got a break and they gave it right back. So Transylvania going to try to do the most of it, make the most of this. Get this yellow one out of the house. Maybe sit somewhere back 12 foot.
Da! Whoa, stop. Do delay.
Trying to get this to curl over. Catches it, but shooter rolls
The
away.
miss para que ele dá mais shit, cara.
I mentioned that side, the side towards the sheet is very, very straight. I think for nose hit takeouts, you almost have to put the broom very close to the top of the stone, basically, to get the results.
It's 2-3.
Two, three. Good guard for this one. Will that get back over to the center line? I feel like it should. Might even drift into the house.
Okay.
Nope. That's going to stop this nicely right there on center line. Unfortunately for Harrikada, that is the fifth stone of the end, so Transylvania can now start hitting with aplomb at all these stones in front of the house.
But they still have to figure out, okay, how can we score 2? I mean, if this becomes a hitting game, then maybe Harrikada can still play for that low hammer efficiency. I think if they want to hit, they probably don't want to roll completely out, but just roll a bit to the side and have a corner guard.
That is true. I feel like they're probably going to try to come in behind it.
Yeah.
For some, often it's.
Well, they're not.
Oh no, they are playing it away. I'm sorry, I did not see where he was setting up.
As long as they get a corner guard out of that, that's also going to be useful stone. And nose hit is not what they want, because then basically gives Harrikada still that center guard to play with.
Lasso!
This is the straighter side, so this should be okay. Hoping to get it a little bit over. Did they let it curl too much? No, that's
okay.
That's a great one. That gets right over to the side where they need it.
And they have a piece of 12 foot now where they can bury stones. I think if Harrikada would win this game, they will be very, very close to promoting to League A after New Year. With 5 out of 7 games played and beaten records.
Will be fairly strong. This one again feels on the heavier side.
Maybe hair heavy.
Yeah, that's going to come in.
Just where it ends up.
This is the perfect hit and roll here for Team Transylvania.
Yeah, we can see from the overhead. Not too far to go out to the side.
I think anything that basically is a hit and stay is already a super valuable stone. It gets buried behind the corner guard. That would be the dream scenario. That's what they're going for, obviously. But hit and stay is important. With the option to take 2 points in mind.
Starting to come over, will get the hit, just a little bit too much on the nose. So they do have the stay. So now if you are Harrikada, do you look at this and try to think, well, maybe we could hit and roll over as well?
Yeah, I
And
don't know. I think if you're Harrikada, you're basically just trying to make sure Transylvania cannot score more than one. Rolling to the side, sure, but that will end up with Transylvania throwing to the pin at the end of the end. I wouldn't mind the nose hit.
No,
Maybe I wouldn't mind rolling to the left just to make sure you don't leave that hit and roll for your opponent.
that is true. If you can't get buried behind the guard, then you risk the
Yeah.
hit and roll over for the other team. So yeah, and I wouldn't hate a roll out to the other wing either.
Nope. Oh! Yep. Yep.
Calling for hard. That's going to be just wrong side of the nose. So that's going to set up a, I don't want to say an easy hit and roll because hit and rolls, it can roll out, it could nose hit. So it's, but they don't have to have it roll very far to get it covered.
Yeah. That's why having it roll a little bit to the left makes that hit and roll option harder.
Mate with his first stone here in the second end.
Harrikada is still playing very decent here.
Lasso. Trebuie să cadă.
Yeah, feels a bit wide, trying to get this to curl over. It's going to get the yellow away, but that's going to roll out as well.
Yep. I think now, if you're Harrikada, you try to...
Center still.
I don't mind indeed stone on the center.
No.
I mean, that's the thing. Just kind of force Transylvania to take out your stones and just make sure you're stay in that hitting game.
Yeah, leave things out in the open.
Yeah.
So, if you put yours out in the open and their shot doesn't get buried, then you've got another easy hit. Minimize the number of stones in play from Transylvania.
Yeah, make sure Transylvania has to play takeouts with the risk of either rolling out or not finding that protection behind the corner guards. And if you put it on the center line in front of the D,
Line's really good.
if Transylvania would
Looks
miss,
like we're coming.
all
Are
of
we
a sudden
coming in?
You can guard it up. This feels a bit heavy, or first impression.
All right, let's get it to the That's on it.
That's actually deeper than T. Dan sweeping that back to the 8-foot.
Okay.
Either way,
Să facă roll.
creates a
Să
situation
facă roll.
where they cannot miss, obviously, and the roll is also not easy.
Yep.
So being that deep in the house, but
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult back there to get it to roll all the way over behind cover and still stay in the house.
yeah,
So, not a bad miss from Harrikada there, to be honest.
Oh, las-o. Las, trebuie să cadă. Trebuie să cadă. Linie.
Just sweeping next to the stone there. Now
Matura
calling
roșia,
for
matura
line.
roșia.
That's going to hit, and it's going to
Matura.
roll. Gets close. That's not bad from that position. That's such a long way to go and still get it, but it is still exposed, so Harrikada's just going to hit this and get rid of it. But they do need to roll back to the center. They do not, or they want to kind of make the roll back over under the guard as hard as possible for the next stone from Transylvania.
You like normal or control? Okay.
I still find it amazing that curling is one of the few sports where you can be super focused into the game and still yawn. I would never see that with basketball or football or whatever. But it is not that uncommon for curlers.
Gets the hit and shooter rolls away. Not a bad result, to be honest.
Yeah, hit and stay would have been slightly better because now Transylvania can go
Good
for that draw behind the guards.
Aici!
Most important thing is red was out. Just draw it. It's so easy to make a statement like that.
Yeah. But they need to get this one covered up so Harrikada can't get rid of it and force them to one or blank.
There's also a big scratch on the ice.
Unde-i?
Oh, I did not see that.
Dă-i
Where is
dacă e
that at?
ceată!
Oh yeah, I see it
Dă-i,
just
dă-i,
behind
adu-o în casă!
Bogdan.
Yeah.
Dă-i, dă-i, dă-i!
This one well wide, should get into the house.
Oh.
Might even be too heavy.
Oh.
That would be a huge mistake there, yeah.
That is indeed a very unfortunate but huge mistake. Lost the opportunity to split the house and go for two.
Now it's a real force to one here for Harrikada. They can draw in behind that guard and really force Transylvania to take one here. Yeah, there you see that
think about something.
scratch there. Hopefully they've not going to cause any issues. Wonder if that was under a stone or under somebody's shoe.
I would guess under a shoe. That's hard to say now. Because if it was under a stone, I think we would have seen a stone doing something very weird with a scratch like that.
Could have been when they were cleaning up stones from the previous end.
Oh yeah, maybe.
That's because it didn't look very straight, like it had been kind of dragged in a circle or angle. So this one not getting behind the guard, but does get into the house. So
Sorry, guys. At least I had the weight this time. At least I had the weight.
forcing a hit for Transylvania. So
Good.
trying to
Hit.
roll this one out. I think they'll play for the blank to keep the hammer.
Da!
All in for the sweep. They
Lasă-o,
definitely
lasă-o,
don't want to
lasă-o,
miss
lasă-o,
this.
lasă-o, 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 mă!
There is the hit, and it sits in the house, so they will score one.
Yeah.
Good
So-
play here again from Harrikada, forcing this Romanian team to just take out for one. They did not up to blank here, or did they want a blank?
Well, he was calling them off the sweep, so yeah, I think he wanted it to curl a little bit more to roll out.
Yeah.
So, yep. We don't quite. We have an update over on sheet A. I'm waiting for them to put up on sheet C, but they're still in the minute between their ends. So we'll throw a. We'll get the ticker up in just a moment. Have the very dark glasses there from Liam.
Yeah.
So Bogdan will lead it off for Transylvania here in end number 3. We are all tied up at 1 apiece.
Dacă trece, lasă-o. Dă-i un pic să cadă. Dă-i, dă-i, dă-i,
Well
dă-i.
balanced
Gata.
game so far, just the
Nu,
way
bine,
we
bine.
like
Lasă,
it.
lasă, lasă.
Both teams feeling out the ice, getting their Houston now. They should start knowing where the paths are. This one coming
No,
a
I-
little bit heavy, gets into the house.
Is that? I think so.
I've struggled a bit with the weight previous ends. Being a bit too deep with those guards.
G,
Maybe managed
G,
to
back
adjust.
8.
So we finally have an update from the other sheets. And I do not know where that big Kurdia logo is coming from, but Yekapyuk leads Ruin 2-0 in the third end, while Team Varaken has a 3-0 lead over Dinos and Turtles, also starting the third end over there.
Tranquilo, tranquilo.
That one going through the house. Feel like Matt's, relax, slow it down. But I don't know if Matt speaks Spanish, so.
Unde-i? Trebuie să cadă un pic. Dă-i. Dă-i, dați ambii. Wow. Lasă.
This one also coming into the house.
Lasă.
That will end up just back 4 foot. Potential double here, but I think just get rid of one is the most important part. Good weight on this one, but is it online? I don't think it's going to curl enough to over curl, so gets on the nose, trickles a little bit to the middle.
Hai asta. Aici.
Transylvania with an opportunity to hit and roll over to the middle. Get a guard over their shot stone. They do not have the hammer, so they're going to want to jam up the middle, keep play in the middle there.
Tu dai o secundă mai mult.
So John, if one of these teams would move to Ligue A, how do you think they will manage up with the big boys? Are we seeing one of the teams that will just promote and stay in A?
Very likely. I think the Romanians look really tough. I think that will be they'll be a strong team to deal with in A. But they also bring 2 teams every half of the season. So this first weekend is they've got the junior boys, and then in the next weekend it's going to be the old men probably, or maybe the old, they're like my age, but or it could be the junior girls. So they generally sign up 7 players per season, which is the maximum, and then they bring kind of a different lineup each one. This one flashing by, so opportunity for Transylvania to start covering up that center one, that shot stone. But Harrikada looks pretty strong too, and when they've got their full team with them, they are definitely a team to reckon with. Hopefully those of you out there in chat have gotten your votes in, or at least decided who you're going to vote for. Don't forget to go to vote.kurdia.tv to place your vote. I will post the link up, the QR code, in a little bit. This one curling over nice guard there, right on the center line. You could be picky and say you could see a little bit of the shot stone peeking out back there, but that's the straight side. So is there enough curl?
But yeah. So I do.
Yep. Playing for the peel there. Get rid of the guard. That's a smart move. Liam saying they could get to the, thinking they could get to the shot stone with Hack, but I think the idea of playing, just peeling off the guard and forcing them to put it back is probably the smart move. Because if you go for that shot stone and you miss it, suddenly they've got another chance to put another guard up front.
Yep, this was pushed in, but I don't really know for
Yeah,
sure.
just clean, just clean.
Looks fine.
And that is going to hit. That is going to roll off, and very nicely done, nice and clear.
Și gardul-i bun! Și gardul-i bun!
Nope. You gotta listen.
Yeah.
Dan means business.
Unde-i? Dă-i! Dă-i, dă-i! Dacă treci, o lași! Dacă treci, o lași!
Feels tight. I think this might over curl.
It's already over curling.
Yep,
Crossing the center line.
You know, they might as well try to sweep this one, get it into the house if it's not going to be on the line, but
Foarte în interior.
they got off of it. Yeah, and interior, I think that means inside. Not just a hat rack, my friends. Multilingual here. You say a word that sounds like something in English, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, there's this TV show in Belgium called Man bij het hond, just kind of filming average Belgians doing their average thing, and there is a famous episode where they were visiting a butcher's family, man and wife, and then the grandpa was living in the house, and the couple, they were talking about having a kid, having a baby, but they didn't want a grandpa to know, and they knew grandpa couldn't understand English, so every time they wanted to have a private conversation, they would switch over to English because then grandpa wouldn't tap into the conversation. And they talked about, yes, grandpa cannot know we want a baby, so therefore we talk about the baby in English, and grandpa was like, I know what baby means. Yeah, I can figure out. I mean, I don't understand what you're saying, but I'm smart enough to guess.
Alistair joining us. Good evening to you. He's watching and keeping an eye on the Cologne teams in the background. A shout out to Svenja, who joins Dinos and Turtles, formerly Kek Cologne. Yes, they changed their name for this season for the first time. Yes.
Kek Curling was also a weird name because Kek was curling ice Curl, but then they added Curl on top of that, which means full name would be curling ice curl. Made no sense.
Yes,
it's
like PIN number. Yeah. Personal identification number. This one coming around, gets on the just outside the nose, gets a little roll out to the edge.
Sure.
And also a shout out to Felipe, who's playing his first Belgian curling weekend for Yekup. Could not meet a nicer guy. I bet I could, but he is a nice guy. I will vouch for that. Peter asking why the name Dinos and Turtles. They explained it, and I think it's partially because Robert always brings like a dinosaur thing with him.
Yeah,
but
you can see it in the left sitting on the.
Oh yeah, right there. Yeah. There's the dinosaur.
Yeah.
I do not remember the turtle. Why the turtle though?
Oh. Yep. Whoa.
There may have been a few adult beverages consumed when they told me the story. Gets rid of the stone, but rolls out. So just the guard there for Transylvania to come in behind. With Alistair, I am looking forward to playing against Felipe and his wife slash girlfriend slash partner in mixed doubles. They are in my pool.
Oh, they're in the mixed doubles indeed.
Yep.
Team Chile. Team Chile. Yeah. It's also
Chile,
nice that the foreign teams are also discovering our doubles leagues.
Yep. But where do the turtles come from? I know it's Dinos is Alistair's mascot.
I think in Hamburg, there was a story about somebody in the team having a collection of turtles. Not real turtles, but...
oh, okay. Wouldn't surprise me if it was also Robert.
Ouch, just a small tap.
Just a tap, so that's going to stay out in the open.
That's the tap. It just hurts when you hear it if you're trying to come around. You can feel it in your bones.
I was just saying there is a turtle there called Sildegard. Probably somewhere. I'm going to guess it's smaller. But I'm wearing my thinking glasses. I can't see that far without the cameras. Oh, yep, there it is, right there behind the water bottle.
Yeah.
There.
A turtle and a dinosaur and a peekaboo Caro peeking over the two animals there.
Hi. We're fans of Caro here at Curtia.
Yeah.
One coming over. Will it get across the nose? It does, and rolls over. That is, that's outstanding.
Excellent roll there.
Outstanding hit and roll there.
Asta.
But I tell you, they are finding a way to block the camera angles, aren't they?
Yeah, I have been struggling kind of figuring out which angle I can use, but it's blocked either way.
I keep thinking I've got to tap the overhead, the little slide in, so we can have that sometimes.
Yeah, I don't have a quick button to tap in the overhead unless I...
You do.
Yeah, but you have the slide-in version.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'll have to sort that out for you.
Whoa, da! Lasso.
Going for the run back hit here. Gets it, and shooter, or the promo will go out as well. So forced to one, forced to a blank. They've got options.
Interesting game.
Maybe over here.
Really nice level. Not a lot of big mistakes, but a couple of flash stones. But other than that, I've also seen a lot of good stones.
No one's really been punished for their mistakes, so. And it's interesting to see what teams do, because at this B level, you've got teams that are fairly experienced, some relatively new. I don't think either of these teams are new. But do they take the blank? And obviously they are going for the blank here.
The obvious one, yeah. I hope that was an obvious one.
Yeah.
If not, that was the biggest miss in the history of the Belgian Curling League. But no, I don't. I wouldn't call it out like that.
No. Yeah, obviously, it's like some teams you just don't know whether they're going to take it or not. I think I guessed it when he said, telling Mats to take a break, that they were just going to throw it through. But so that will leave Harrikada with the hammer going into the fourth, still tied at 1. Bogdan starting here. Starting things off here in the fourth end for Transylvania. Centerline guard is my guess.
Onde?
We have a curling expert here with us at the booth.
Where?
Well, the AI.
Yeah, the AI in the back eating the French fries.
Yeah.
Lasso.
And a big scratch over on this end as well. Somebody is.
Somebody's dragging their shoe and got something nasty on top of it.
Yeah.
That one biting into the house. Yeah, you can just see the scratch right there as I draw over it. That doesn't take it away, though.
Should be close. 3-4. Yeah.
Yeah, and was it that one guard that was removed and then ended up scratching the ice, or was it actually somebody with some dirt underneath their sliders? I think if the second thing would have been the case, we would have seen more scratches.
Yeah, yeah, it's a bit of an odd placement. The way it looks like it's definitely off a. It might be a toe drag.
Or a toe drag.
I think it's a toe drag. So maybe somebody getting the top of their shoe all the way down on the ice, and they've got like the aglet or one of the eyelets on their shoes dragging.
Yeah, because it's coming from the hack, and maybe if you remove the stones, you remove the stones towards the corner of the sheet, and not towards the hack. So somebody didn't clip their toenails.
Yeah, because it's the same kind of thing here, just off the hack coming this way. So have to see who's dragging the top of their shoe.
Cum-i? Trebuie să cadă mult.
Sweeping next to the stone, interesting tactic there.
Dai.
Creating some wind current to get it to curl, maybe. This one going to be a bit heavy, and we'll go through.
You mentioned not a lot of misses, but this for sure was one. But still fairly close, point-wise, score-wise in this game. No harm done. But can Harrikada start punishing mistakes right here?
Yeah, they have that one sitting in the back.
Control.
This one wide, so nope. This one just not getting there. So Transylvania with the long or the heavy draw not being punished as Harrikada goes wide. So another opportunity here for Transylvania to get behind that stone at the top of the 12-foot.
Yay.
Which I believe is out counting that yellow in the back, but it's really close.
Yeah.
Dai, bughitare.
Feels quite tight. It is a straight side, so it's going to get around. But did they sweep it too much? They did. That also going through the back.
I'd say more the weight than the oversweeping. Close to hack weight.
So let's try this one more time.
Yeah.
Normal.
Oh, this was
way inside. That's going to miss by quite a bit. Doesn't matter how much sweeping you're going to do, that's never getting there. So,
yeah, maybe sliding was a bit out and then corrected with a push in.
Yeah, a little bit of an overcorrection.
Tu di spate, o scoate. Da. Da, cu rol. Hol, da. Mai multă! Prea multă!
So they don't trust the draw weight, so let's just get rid of this yellow in the back. A nose hit, sit back there would be all right.
Da. Da. Stop! Stop!
Wanting to get this one. It's going to hit, but will that... Ooh, actually, that's going to end up pretty nice. That's going to come over Not half buried, but I like that. Gets
Yeah.
rid of it and keeps a shooter in the house. So
Very decent. It's definitely sitting in a spot where it's not straightforward for Team Harrikada to catch it. Going for a run back.
So, got a quick update from our other sheets. Yekapyuk and Rouen. Yekapyuk 2-1. Rouen scoring 1 in the third. Harrikada stealing another one in the third there. So they lead a 4-0 over Dinos and Turtles. Harrikada always a tough matchup, but when they're fully prepped for the Europeans, so they are tough to beat.
Yeah, they should be. I mean, for Harrikada, second part of November is the do or die periods in their entire season, basically.
No roll.
This one gets the hit, gets the roll out. That will leave Transylvania with trying to decide what do they do. Looks like they're going to put something up top 8 foot, kind of guard that. Oh, that means black. It's not a racial thing. But yes, he is. They're going to put this up top 12, kind of guard up that one in the back, have 2 in the house, force some hits. Good strategy.
Dai dacă e ceată. Dai. Adu-o în casă. Bine.
This one coming into the house. Where is it going to stop? Feels like it's going to get just past T-line. Deep enough to set up a double. Deep enough to set up a double.
Want to come this way? Just nose. Nose or just this side of nose for, yeah.
For a double for sure. We've had some flash takeouts in this end so far.
Yeah, pretty much just wanting to get slightly out the nose, so this one catches it there and goes out. This one goes away and sits right there.
Nice hit and stick would be perfect.
This is the curly side, and it does curl late, so got to make sure it's got the weight to hold the line. Mats need to hold this one tight.
Yep. Hard. Yes. Hard. All the way up.
This one gonna get on the inside of the nose and gets the one in the back.
Excellent.
Perfect job there. Perfect stone. Good job from Mats to hold that line. Prevent it from over curling.
Yeah, so important this stone for Harrikada with the hammer to deal with the 2 reds there and sit in the house. Now again, it could be a hitter's game here where Transylvania could force Harrikada to do a blank.
Yeah, another blank. We don't have that new Grand Slam of curling rule where teams only get 1 blank per match. They have as many as they like.
I kind of like that rule, to be honest.
I do too. I've seen a lot of people complaining about it, that they don't like the limited thinking time or the one blank per team, but I think it's important. I think it's good for the game.
It's such a simple rule, but it brings also another layer of strategy. Will we blank now or maybe later? It's like, do we want to burn this potential advantage now?
Gets the hit and the rollout. So 5 stones total left in the end. It's back to square one. Be interesting to see if Harrikada sets up a center guard or if they come into the house. To be fair, either would work for them.
Well, a center guard is, I think center guard is not what they want. It's
Oh no,
basically
sorry,
giving-
you're right. Yes, they have hammer. Yeah,
It's
that's
basically giving your opponent an opportunity to steal.
Where's the weight?
this one's in the house, but Liam cannot hear me.
Oh, yeah, it's a bit hot.
Yep, that one is going to get behind T. Will Dan sweep this one out?
He will.
Yes, he does.
Aici, Dode.
So looking for this one top of the 12-foot. Wanted it to be in the house just to count for something, but not all the way in. So Harrikada can't just hit it and stay in the house.
Don't know who predicted 7-5, but I
Unde?
suspect we won't see that big of a numbers on the score.
Bine, bună.
The
Very
way it's
close.
going, the way it's going
Dai,
now,
dai,
yeah,
dai,
we're
dai, dai.
likely to see
Dai,
like
adu-o în
4-3 or something.
Both
Dai.
teams, they're able to control the
Dai, mai,
scoring
mai,
potential
dai,
of their
dai.
opponent so far, so it seems.
Yep. This one coming in light. Is that going to get into the house at least? Oh, just short. And not on the center line. So, yeah, if I'm Harrikada, I'm drawing in behind that.
Yeah, that is
I
the
think
obvious
right on the
choice to
edge of
do.
the. Yeah.
They were given a free guard, although this is obviously not a free guard zone,
All
but
right.
it was a
Just ball.
gift
Gotta get
from
behind that.
Transylvania
It's out. It's not it.
to give some cover for this Yellowstone here.
Now, I'm curious, Liam is the vice skipping, but he has the microphone.
Yeah,
Did they say why?
yes, because the skip, he was okay with wearing the mic, but he was not very kind of enthusiastic about the idea. He was just kind of acceptant.
Yeah.
But Liam said, "Hey, I wouldn't mind wearing the microphone." In a way, you could feel like he kind of likes wearing the microphone.
Some
he-
people have that natural entertainer.
Ours goes-
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep,
And he
yep,
also
yep,
said,
yep.
I
Mine's
might
good.
have some
Mine's
friends
really
from
good.
Seattle watching
Curl,
tonight,
curl,
so
curl,
that
curl,
could also
curl,
be a
curl,
reason.
curl.
Trying to get this one around. It's
lovely.
going to stay
It's
Can they
biased.
finish it?
Can I bury it? Get a half
I
bury.
like it. I like it.
I do
mean,
too.
you can always
Yeah.
be critical about seeing half of a stone, but this is still giving Transylvania a bit of a minor headache to having to deal with it.
Well, when we were in Luxembourg, I was critical, mildly critical of a freeze that the Netherlands play in a doubles match, which was then immediately punished because they were behind the pin, and Virginia was able to draw straight onto it. So sometimes being critical is good.
That's true.
Wow, da. Da, da. Trebuie să cadă. Dai, dai.
Ooh,
Trebuie
this
să
feels
cadă.
on the lighter side. This might hit the guard. Was it too late on the call? Yes, so that's going to chip off.
You can see Bogdan just scratching or sweeping his head
Yeah.
because he knows
Now
this
it's an
is just a draw for two here.
open draw. The
shots.
first fatal mistake, if you
Yeah.
will. We saw Harrikada had an open draw for two earlier in the match and left it short. So he just has to throw the same stone on the same line, and that'll just use the backing, and
Yeah,
should be no problem.
two misses from the fourth of Transylvania, and all of a sudden Harrikada can punish and then basically reward themselves for opting to blank in the previous end.
Oh, but this one's light. If this Vice is coming out that far to help sweep.
Light again. He did it in, was it
It was in end number one, yeah.
End number one, yeah. And they
Now
have a little bit of backing. They can tap the stone that's already in play.
Oh, they're working this hard, but I don't think it's going to get there. No,
Bastard.
agonizingly close. He kicked it with his foot as a little joke. Oh,
Yeah.
and another swear jar.
I mean, I can understand how frustrating this must be. This is not just drawing in an open house. We always said drawing in an open house. That is the scary thing. But now you have that one stone. You can just try for that back house weights. Better to be slightly heavy as long as you know how to aim it for the shot stone than to leave it short. Leave it short is also draining so much energy from your sweepers with zero reward afterwards.
Absolutely.
Players opting for a little break. I don't know how long they will pause here. But in the meanwhile, John, I think we have an opportunity to show people what our green screen technology has evolved into. We are here live in Curling Club Zemst, Belgium, broadcasting the Belgian Curling League, a Romanian team Transylvania, playing against the Spanish team Harrikada.
Yep. AI is so good, it looks like they're walking around in the clubhouse behind us. I mean, it's brilliant.
It's crazy what AI can do. I think I am going to be very friendly for AI because in a couple of years they're going to build robots, and robots will remember who was friendly to AI and who wasn't. And if I want to survive the robot revolution, it starts today with AI. You are so beautiful.
I'm not going that far. Skynet can throw me in the volcano for all I care.
Well, I think surviving the robot revolution is none of your concern. I think surviving the next decade is already a pretty big ambition for you as a senior player here in Belgium. I'm just messing around. I know I can pull off these jokes with John. He would do the same with me. That's the kind of broadcasting team we are.
No, because I'm polite. I'm very, very well mannered.
Yes.
Despite being the rude American, I am polite. I have manners. I would never say anything bad about you.
Average.
So far, a tale of the first half. I mean, it's been pretty. Both teams playing pretty conservative. Just a few slight misses. That last end, a little bit of a waiver from Transylvania. So Harrikada able to take 2 on the hammer efficiency. So for those of you voting for Harrikada right now, you got to be happy, but you're going to want to see some more play, better play, I think, out of Mats. He's struggled a little bit with his weights, draw weights coming too heavy into the house, hack weight or takeouts being a little bit not online. Well, okay, let's be fair, a lot not online. So it's really going to determine how Harrikada can set up ends. And I mean, I really haven't seen any one person from Transylvania struggling. But as a team, they're just not quite as sharp as they were in their previous 2 matches.
Yeah, I mean, Harrikada also in terms of choices, they keep the house open. They go for takeouts. They keep things clean. So hard for an opponent to score big. It's a way to keep your opponent under control and avoid that one 4-hander or 5-hander that basically seals the deal. Harrikada is playing pretty clever. And a question in chat from Fake Christine. Hey Pim, do you feel sad about not choosing to counterpick in the prediction but follow John in his mistake here? Yes, I do, Fake Christine. Yes, I do.
Now, see, that's AI that appears only in his head because she's not in the chat.
No, she's not in the chat. No, but the rest of the story is true. I missed an opportunity here maybe to do a good counterpick once more.
Yeah, you did. They have headed back out onto the ice, so not taking the full 5 minutes, which is fortunate because we don't have a whole lot of things to talk about. We're not that kind of broadcasters where we've got notes and producers in our ears. It's just the 2 of us, so what I remember is what you get.
Yeah. And therefore we will have to bring in some extra commercials here tonight.
as we have Timo standing over here, popping in and out, waving hi. So he must be having a good time in his match.
He's trying to steal Peekaboo Scarrow's nickname by doing this little peekaboo move
here.
No. I mean, this is dangerous territory, trying to sneak that name away from Caro.
Oh, the king is what he's crowning himself.
Yeah.
All right, they are starting off, so we're going to get back out onto the ice. Matt's leading things off here in end number 5. Going for a draw. This is going to get across the hog.
Well, it's going for a guard, perhaps.
Yep, going for a guard. Over curled, a little bit on the lighter side. possibly inducing a little bit of panic in the skip, but
I think this is Mott's way of saying, hey Liam, if you want to have me sweep your stone not getting into the house, well, I'm going to just not hawk my next guard and have you sweep your lungs out. Just as a way to say thank you.
so you can play that game, right?
Yeah.
Adu, nu lăsa pe centru. Dai, mă, dai. Lăsa pe centru.
Trying to get this one around. They're going to give themselves a double corner over there. Take advantage of that high yellow.
Is the ice slowing down? Or are the teams just still struggling a bit with good T-line weights here?
Well, Harrikada did play a match earlier today, so they could be kind of feeling the fatigue.
Tight.
No idea if Transylvania, I think they just had the one match today, so did they go out too late last night? Did they do too much sightseeing today?
It will hit the guards.
This one also light, yeah. That one's gonna just freeze up against the red. Slight tap.
I think they just overheard us saying, well, both teams were able to keep the game open. Then thought, you know, hold my beer. We're just going to put 17 guards there.
Unde?
I mean, this works for Transylvania. They've got 3 guards over there. It's off to the side of the 4-foot, so they can get this one around and get it into the house. It's easily past the guards, trying to get that to curl over to get buried.
Beautiful.
And that is going to be nicely half behind the guards on top of the button, or forfeit, excuse me.
What's the call?
Going for a hit here, hack weight, very likely.
Bumper.
Oh, this one's tight. We gotta hold this one. Liam's gonna have to sweep like he's never swept before. That is going to catch it, and they've gotta hope that that red does not go out of play. It does not, actually goes and sits over in the wings, so gives another one.
Yeah, this helps Transylvania potentially with an extra points.
Boogie! Aici sau vrei asta? Și asta sunt.
Yeah, I like the play, putting it here. Maybe even a little bit more over to the side, kind of get it buried. We're going to be like that. We can see it there. So just put it slightly in between the yellow and in front of the red so that it prevents a run back. Because right now, I think those yellows are lined up pretty well for a run back takeout.
Rapidă gheață. Rapidă gheață.
Going to be a little bit light, but they are going to get that to curl over and kind of cover up that red. So not a bad miss there.
No, but the question is, how feasible is it to come around and do a better draw, and if not, have Yellowstone sitting behind the center guards, reducing the scoring area? Or are they going for the double basically, because that's also possible here?
Yeah, it looks like it's lined up for it. No sit on that top one, get rid of both of them, but then leaves the center guard.
Yeah, kind of a good nose hit would be perfect. I think with a nose hit with a good amount of weight, and we'll always double them out.
You can see up here. Maybe you can see up there. There we go. Jakob Juk scored 3 in the 4th, so they lead it 5-1 over Rouen in the 5th end over there.
Oh. Okay.
This one going to be just a bit wide, but it peels off that guard, so that's a good hit there. And over on sheet C, Team Harrikada stole 3 in the 4th, so they lead it 7-0 over Dinos and Turtles and end number 5.
You might not see a full 8-ender over there.
Aia zic că îl lovește. Bravo. Dă-i un pic mai așa.
Almost immediately on the sweep there. Starting to slow down, so should start curling over. Ooh, is that gonna get into the house?
Did they overswept this one? Did they overswept this one?
No, I think it's okay. I think that's a good position for that. It's it prevents that double run back on the yellows.
Okay. Here.
And it's half covering that red, so it's going to come into play. I mean, if you want to be picky, yes, it could be a quarter of a stone to the left, but I think that's still a pretty good position. But I think they were trying to get that one to bite the house.
Oh.
Just needs it to curl.
Oh,
across the center line.
hard.
Ooh, is that going to get there? I think it's going to touch it, but is it enough? Not quite enough.
Yeah,
Almost.
right side, at least maybe a bit of a double, but yeah, unfortunately not getting those reds out of play there.
Matei! Aici!
So basically need to do the same stone they threw last time, but needs just a little bit more weight to get it in behind that red. And then if you're Harrikada, you've got a decision to make. Do you try to draw in behind it, or do you go for getting rid of those 2 in the back?
Unde-i? Da linie! Linie, dă-i! Dă-i de linie!
Might overcurl.
Yeah, this feels light.
Yeah.
N-are. Dă-i să nu împingă toată.
Yep, that is going to wreck on
Da,
the guard.
dă-i.
I think weight is okayish, but definitely way too much in his height to get around the guards there. Had to stop sweeping just to avoid tapping in a yellow one.
All right, so this gives Harrikada, yep, it's just out of the overhead frame.
Going for this double takeout here.
And the split, nope, not even on the split screen. We're limited by our technology.
Oh, yep.
There is a pocket there. They'd like to hit the outside one first to possibly get a kick back over towards the middle, but the important part is to get both of them and get rid of it. Ooh,
Yeah,
it even got a little trickle over.
Yeah, that's decent.
So-
That is decent.
Good shot there, yeah. Brings
O
that
vezi?
guard into at least the line, at least into a little bit of a play. It's going to be tough to hold the shooter on it.
Yeah. And if anything, at least they took away a little bit of that risk of Transylvania scoring too much on this end.
And out on that wide side, out on that side, especially wide, there is not a lot of curl. At least we didn't see that Thursday night when we were playing, or last night when I was watching some of the matches. So
Lasso. Yeah, lasso. 3 secunde.
feels wide. Nope, starting to come back. Will I get enough of it? It does. Shooter rolls away, but the important part is getting rid of the yellow shots.
I think they would have liked it to just roll in a bit, or at least maybe just stick around, force Harrikada to do a takeout. But by rolling out, this is just shifting the strategy towards drawing to the middle, indeed.
Yep. All right. Liam fiddling with this cord. Probably do need to get better microphone cords.
Just a draw, yep.
I think knowing that he would open up his jacket, running the cords underneath his shirt would have been
I gave it a push,
better
so
option.
don't. Maybe I need.
Matt's feeling like it was light on the slide. Liam saying he pushed it a little bit, but Lewis coming out there to help out, trying to get this as deep as they can, but that is just going to get over the hog before it curls over.
Deja vu is the word for this.
Yeah, he's saying he even pushed, so that tells you that how slow that slide was.
Interesting end so far. I think both teams had a momentum or an advantage at some point in this end, but it tipped back and forth a bit.
Yep. Yeah, both teams just losing the weight. This one also don't think that's going to be heavy enough.
Especially for Transylvania, it's important to get it into the house, because if not, well, sure, maybe Harrikada won't steal, but Transylvania, they won't score 2 or 3, and that is basically the better option here if you're Harrikada already with that 1 point lead.
You can see the draw path here, just it curls enough, get in behind it. Now you're sitting behind the the red, but you just get in the house.
Yeah, even if it's a bit heavy, well, at least you force your team to do a better draw, and by looking at the previous stones, that's not an easy draw apparently. So you're putting something out there, and you're giving an opportunity to your opponents to punish themselves with a little mistake.
Should curl over right about now. Start moving. Get off that yellow.
Yeah, you want to sweep it to just bury it.
Make it curl. Okay.
There it goes.
Yeah. Oh, excellent.
Excellent stone.
Yeah, it's buried. That's the important thing. So yeah, just leaves your opponent from doing the exact same draw here. Force to 1 is the technical term. Mats is having a good time out there.
Standing directly under the ice mic, camera mic, so this is tight.
Yeah.
Needing the line, but this is going to be tight, I fear.
It's around the guard. No, it's not around the guard, clip the guard, and this is exactly what Harrikada was hoping for, forcing this mistake from Transylvania. Transylvania debriefing here what happened. How did we manage to struggle so hard in this end, allowing Harrikada to steal here? Well, it's not a big question. The answer is basically just execution, just not finding that draw weight. And having those stones that were too light, over curling over and over a couple of times. And 3 more ends to go, and Harrikada is looking pretty solid so far. They are able to punish these minor mistakes from Transylvania, and if Transylvania wants to end up winning, I think the time for mistakes should be behind them at this point. Normally they would have 2 more hammers. Harrikada 1, so no big problem, but they know, well, we'll have to score 2 on one of our hammers.
That's starting things off for Harrikada. They lead it 3-1 over Transylvania. Shane coming in saying Barksdale rules. A fan of Liam from Harrikada. Welcome in. This one looking pretty good. Might curl off the center line, but will sit in that center guard position.
Yep.
As asked.
Aisha.
And Transylvania needs to score.
Going to be aggressive, come in the house, try to force some mistakes, so maybe get a big end out of this one. They need to get at least 2 on the hammer to kind of tie things up, but they'd like to have more. Force Harrikada to do some work.
Unde? Las-o. Trebuie să cadă.
This one on the heavier side, well past the guard, but I fear that's also going to be well past the T-line. Lewis putting the broom down to make sure that gets out the back, and there it goes.
Is there like a speed difference between going towards the far end and the home end? They were a bit overweight in this direction and underweight in the other, but that's very hard to know if you don't really tap into what they are measuring.
Yeah, maybe I should start having my watch with me and doing some extra timing, but I've already only got 2 hands. Needing this one to curl over. Waits easily there. But I feel like this is going to get past the tee as well, but that's going to be just a little bit picky. It feels like once it gets past, like into the house, it just sort of like gains a little momentum, which is physically impossible, but you know, maybe the laws of physics don't exist out there on the ice.
Slightly off balance with the sliding. He was just able to correct and focus on the weights. Very wise. And heavy, I think.
Needing this one to curl, but that's just too heavy. It's not going to get there. This will make sure this one gets out the back as well.
Yeah, what do you do? I mean,
yeah, I feel like there really is like a weight difference between going toward the away end or coming here to the home end.
Yeah, that would be like a natural conclusion, but you don't know to what extent that players struggle with their consistency as well.
3.
Maybe like trying to overcompensate for being too light and then being slightly too heavy. I mean, with fast ice, sometimes the news between top of the house, back of the house, through, it's very subtle.
This one getting into the house will
like
kind of sit open, but that's
that's
a good draw.
Makes the draw hard. It's forcing Transylvania to do a takeout, but with a takeout, they will not be in the house. It could jam against the back. So this stone basically has a lot of disclaimers saying warning, warning. But yeah, there is no alternative. They have to deal with it.
It looked to me like they were possibly lining up the double here. So coming in, they don't need to be too far off the nose to catch that one back there. So it is a possibility. Little friendly conversation between the Belgians out there on the ice.
Matei.
Trying to push this one over, is just gonna tick it, and it catches it enough to get it out of the house. So getting rid of that pesky one at the top of the 12-foot, good idea. Good stone. Harrikada just gonna put this one right back. Got an update here. Rouen scored 3 to get back into this match. They trail Yukupyuk 5-4, and Dinos and Turtles gets on the board with 1, but they still trail Vareka 7-1. Both those matches in the 6th end.
Vareka is the kind of team, they are not a team that would allow you to come back. They will just control the scoreboard at this point. Very hard to steal or to score big, and if your opponent is able to throw some steal weights.
Lots of room. It's not going to bury.
I'm not sure this one's even going to sit behind the
I think
in
you
the
just
house.
have to watch this little friend slide by.
Dan trying to make sure it gets all the way out, and there it goes. So Dan can make up for his previous miss. Oh no, he didn't miss. He took out. Sorry. He can draw in on top. They've got that freeze in the back. They can also park it somewhere behind the guard. Tapped his broom at the back stone, so probably looking for that freeze first. It is wide. Is that going to start to curl over? No, that is really the straight side, and you see some late curl, but not going to be enough. That is going to sit out in the open.
Control to try to get to the side.
For potentially hit and roll here, but definitely want to take it out.
Yeah, I don't hate the nose hit on this one. They definitely don't want to be left side of the nose. Nose or to the right.
Oh.
Keeping for curl here.
Yeah, that is, well, this wide will be fine. They won't sit in the house, but they also won't take out that stone on the back. And that stone in the back is really kind of a thorn in the side of Transylvania. So
Matei, draw.
Interesting that they're coming around on this side instead of on the side that curls more. We know that the right side in this direction, just it curls more. So giving a lot of ice here, which I think is honestly too much if he's trying to get behind the guards.
Indeed. Given that the guard is not on the center line, but just right to the center line.
Yeah, to be honest, I would probably set the broom edge of the forefoot on this one.
Because even getting rid of that guards isn't the worst, and you would end up with 2 corner guards having the hammer better than having a center guard for your opponents.
This one tight off the hand, calling for line the whole way. Will it have the weight to get past the guard? It does.
Was it the right broom after all, John? Look at that.
Well, he was way inside.
Okay.
So they were calling from line immediately. So
is it shot? I don't think so. It is second shot, perhaps.
that
hard
is
to tell.
close.
Yeah.
Very close there.
My guess is still second shot. I feel like just looking from our mounted camera, that yellow is at least 3/4 in.
Try to freeze here too.
But yeah, hard to tell. Hard to tell.
But that red is perfectly buried behind the guard, so going to be very difficult for Harrikada to do something about it. So they're going to have to try to freeze. If I heard Liam say it correctly, you want to corner freeze this one. Bogdan, I can read his face. He's like, I'm too old for this.
I mean, it is a fighting game. The winner is going to have to fight for the 2 points here. Would be surprised with the tie, but I think it's way too soon to start and relax for Harrikada, because Transylvania, they will stay in this game for as long as possible. As long as they have options, they will fight back.
Yeah, I believe it was Alex who picked Harrikada 7, Transylvania 5. It's still a possibility, but I think the fat lady is warming up in the wings, as we say. This one is wide and heavy and is going to be swept to the back, but not quite out.
Yeah, also Harrikada making some mistakes, but can Transylvania punish them?
A noastră, cred, a tremăsurat.
They are not sure. Honestly, if I'm them, yeah, drying behind.
And even if they come around from the other side, they can always tap that yellow one slightly back, and then they would for sure have a shot and a second shot. But coming from this side, well, he did a good draw earlier on, so always helps to do more or less the same stone. The only thing they cannot do is corner freeze and then leave a kind of double takeout option.
Dai, linie, linie. Linie, dai. Dai, Boogie,
More
mă!
on the broom. So I feel like this will stay a bit wider, but now it's slower, so it will curl in a bit. Yeah, they want to get it
nice.
behind and just the slightest of chips, but it is deeper than that one, so...
Yeah. Well, the chip had two advantages. One, it's probably now more sure that red is the shot stone, and two, that double takeout is not out there anymore because it chipped and passed the first stone.
I honestly can't tell. I honestly do not know if it moved it that much.
I don't know if it's maybe. So hard to mean. Even from the overhead, it's super hard to tell.
Now the big problem they have is nose hit. We can look at it from the top. Nose hit jams on this yellow back here, but it's still out of play. But then they're sitting open. Do they try to come out the side to send it there and then hope that it settles around on the side of the house? That would be also okay.
Just inside
they don't want to leave anything where they can do a hit and roll or allow Transylvania to sit with multiple apart in the house.
Yeah. I think a good nose hit is nice. They still have a 2-point lead,
this side of nose. Perfect. Nose probably okay.
Important for Harrikada is basically avoid Transylvania from scoring 2 or 3 here. They can accept even Transylvania scoring 1, but just 1.
Needing this one to curl. It's going to be on the side and gets it through, so
it's okay.
Yep, that's the most important thing. Get rid of that. Get rid of that red and not leave anything for Transylvania to use. They didn't want to set up a run back or anything like that.
At what point do you want to do the run back? Just to get that red one out of that awkward position where it keeps potentially 2 yellow stones out of your scoring area, and it gives a center guard for Harrikada to draw behind.
I'd say it depends on what happens here.
The diplomatic answer, it depends.
Well, because Harrikada only has 1 stone left, so it really does matter.
Yeah.
This is definitely wide.
Dai să cadă. Dai să cadă. Dai să cadă. Dai.
So this one's going to be on the deeper side. It's going to carry past T, but it's not going to be far enough. So
I mean, there is still, the draw is still out there. The forefoot is kind of open. I think even with a good hit and roll on reds, just hit and roll into the forefoot behind cover. That is always something I would very much like.
Yeah. Even if they're even if it's slightly exposed, it makes it difficult to hold the shooter.
Yep. So it is important though, because you cannot really afford a flash at this point. With a flash, you do a hack with takeouts on the back yellow or a draw, depending who's sitting shot, and then Transylvania could score 3. Important not to miss.
Needing this one to curl.
Starting to curl really nice. Needs to hold the line a bit.
That's going to be
excellent.
lovely.
Oh, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect, and this is the perfect 4-1 here for Harrikada. Harrikada just squeezing the throat of the Romanians, going into the final stages of this game.
Yeah, you can't. You couldn't have buried that any. Walked down there and placed that any better.
Yeah, this is what you hoped for, what you dreamt for, and shot of the match, or at least one of them. But so deep in this game, so far of this game, potentially so game decisive, not allowing Transylvania to score 2, even potentially stealing again if they cannot draw here. For me, this is a potential game decisive shot of the match.
I just hope I have the camera angle for it.
This is such an important draw here. If they make the draw, 3-2, move on. But if they miss and allow Harrikada to steal once more,
and we're not even sure. We'll probably have to measure for that second stone. But this one, okay, it's coming into the house. But is it going to curl enough? And he's going to try to sweep it. Is that just heavy? Oh, you hear the frustration.
So a steal, 4-1, and now Harrikada, they can start playing the scoreboard. No measurement, so we will know soon enough. My guess would be red was second shot and just a steal of 1, but the steal of 1 is already hurting them. This is another steal. And Transylvania, look at the scoreboard, John. They only won 1 end so far in this game. Sure, the score is tight, but if you look at the amount of ends won, it's not looking very nice for the Romanians.
Yeah, and you do have, Harrikada with 2 steals in a row. Transylvania needs to put up a crooked number here. It needs to be 2, it needs to be 3, ideally even 4. They want to come away with the lead in this after this end, so they're defending the lead instead of trying to steal to win the match.
The weird thing is, I still feel a comeback is still out there. If you're Transylvania, you're always like, we had some bad luck, we played decent, it will come. Our moment in this game will come at some point. The question is, will it come in the last 2 ends? Because they had opportunities.
Yeah, they've had it. They've just not been able to take advantage of it. Harrikada hasn't been playing super sharp, but neither have the Romanians. So this one just getting over. Nope, not even getting over the hog line.
Not the worst. Not the worst.
No, it doesn't hurt them.
At this point, they don't necessarily need those guards anymore.
No.
I mean, you could argue that this could even be strategically the better option to just keep things open and go for a hitting game here.
Yeah. We have a final in the Team Vareken versus Dinos and Turtles. They did not post the final score, but I'm fairly certain Team Vareka walked away with that win. This one coming over onto the corner.
Excellent
start.
Transylvania is doing what they need to do to keep a winning window open for a potential victory. Maybe even a tie is something they would be happy with at this point. Again, tying. They're still
Maybe
top
in.
of the league in their group. Harrikada, maybe they're
That's coming in.
their stronger opponents. Both teams unbeaten so far. Perfect win record for both teams. Just imagine if they win every game against all of the other opponents and tie against each other, and it comes down to LSD, John.
Oh, that would be something.
I had a number on LSDs just a
Lasă-o!
moment ago.
Trebuie să cadă.
Don't know them by heart anymore.
Linie, 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 linie.
Going for the hit on this, wanting a little bit of a roll out to the side. Doesn't quite get it, but gets rid of that yellow. And that is important for them.
Yep. How long can Harrikada stay in this hitting game here?
Gotta wait.
Every stone in the house
What kind of wait?
that cannot
Control.
find protection is important takeout here. Essential to the hitting game is not miss. Is it over curling? Is it over curling? Can it just catch a side? No, it can't. It will just fly by, and a miss from Harrikada, and an option here for Team Transylvania. They can split the house, they can guard it up, but splitting the house is a smart option. Transylvania are set up to maybe once take a an advantage from a miss from Team Harrikada. What was the nickname for Team Harrikada again? The ghoul was not something.
No,
with
the
ghouls?
narwhals.
The narwhals. Yeah.
Dodi,
The
hai
ghouls.
după
I
gard.
don't know.
It's so narwhal, ghoul. Yeah, it's so close.
Aici.
Just a couple of letters
Yeah.
off.
Well, it was just enough for you to remember it, or you just remembered
No,
it.
no, that
anyway?
would have thrown me off completely if I didn't have an idea. I'd be like, no.
It always happens at home where Annemiek, when she remembers things, but she just half remembers them, and she hopes I remember them better by saying, "You remember, Pim, back when we were at that one place where I did that one thing," and then I have to kind of try and figure out what she is pointing at.
I think it was between like 6 months and 3 years ago.
Yeah. The big guessing game.
Yep. Trying this one over, setting up a guard, covering up the shot stone.
Yeah, a moment ago I thought they were going for split house, but then I forgot to monitor the skip, so maybe they changed their minds and went for
I think
a
so.
guard
We
anyway.
were talking about not remembering things or remembering things.
I don't remember talking about that, to be honest. So, guard slightly deep. An option here for Harrikada to make up for that earlier mistake and do this run back.
Taking his time, making sure he's focused.
Yeah,
Matt's talking with whoever else is out there on the ice, but focusing on the game.
Isma's already kind of assuming this is a sealed victory here and then starting to relax a bit, or?
I don't know.
Okay,
This
it's
one
fine.
going to be
Thank
a little
you.
bit outside, but
Grab the-
peels
Good
it
enough.
off, and that's all right.
Good enough.
So
Dar eu dau.
got our updates from the other sheets. Rouen scoring another one, stealing one to tie it up 5-5 in end number 7.
După ăsta.
Team
Dodi.
Harrikada scored 3 in the 7th.
Aceea,
Excuse me, 3 in the 6th, and shook hands at a 10-1 victory over Dinos and Turtles.
So interesting battle going on over on the A sheet. That is a game in the other League B group, group number 1, where Reykjavik, they didn't have the best weekend so far. They were sitting in a solid position to fight for that promotion spot, but after a couple of losses this weekend, I think promotion is getting very hard. They will have to hope for a 3-way tie to get that promotion. LSDs were not looking strong so far for them.
This one coming up light. Sweeper's trying to make sure it gets over the hog. Looks pretty good for that point.
3 secade.
Will it over curl? Actually, that's way deeper than they thought. It looked like a panic sweep there that they didn't necessarily need. Trying for the freeze, a little bit of tap.
This is not really helpful. I mean, as long as you hit the front rid with any kind of decent weight, both rids will go out.
Yeah.
So,
and that front guard not really doing them any favors.
no, so this could be a minor miss here, but if Harrikada just pulls off another good takeout, and they did a decent one before, but getting rid of those 2 red stones, and all of a sudden Transylvania might have lost an opportunity again to score enough points to go into the last ends competitively, but you'll have to wait and see.
Letting this one go. It's only going to pick the top one, so Transylvania getting a lifeline there.
Yeah, lucky break here. Maybe a
Bogey.
bit too heavy then.
Aici.
Possibly. Maybe you're expecting more curl. Maybe it was a little bit outside the broom. Liam didn't really make any adjustments with his broom there, so just kind of saying whoa to stay off the sweep.
Still options here. Still options for Transylvania. I think even if they score 2, they will have to steal for a tie and steal 2 for a win. But that would put Harrikada in a position where they would still fight for their hammer instead of playing the control game, throwing away the first stone and all of that.
3 secade pic. 3 secade.
Coming into the house, I think.
Yeah, it feels.
Dă-i de linie atunci, dă-i de linie. Dă-i de linie să lovească.
Trying to get a line, but a little bit late for that.
Yeah, all they don't want
But
to do
they
is
do want it separate. They don't want to leave any kind of double.
That's the case indeed. I like it. It is behind the corner guard. Well, the double's there if you catch the front red one in the right angle.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's not because it's there, it's made. So, still important here for Harrikada to make this double, because any kind of flash is not going to help them a lot. And a single takeout, yeah, it could help. They have the 3-point lead, but they obviously want to keep Transylvania from scoring 2 or more here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep.
Ouch.
Just oof. Another swear jar there.
Another
but
swear jar, and this is a hit and roll, hit and stay here, trying to find the perfect roll.
Heat roll.
Heat roll.
that sounds delicious.
Yeah, a heat roll.
Something spicy, maybe a little chicken or beef in it. Or just a giant bunch of spicy peppers. Deep fried and covered in chocolate sauce.
There is a market for that somewhere out west.
Hey, it's not only the Americans who deep fry everything. The Scottish do too.
Oh, and the Dutch do too.
Yeah.
Da.
Dutch are famous for having a deep fried snack version for anything.
Da.
Oh,
This will get the hits.
no
Control.
shit.
Doesn't quite roll over.
Yeah, deja vu here. Another opportunity for Harrikada to reattempt a double takeout. It is getting important now. The deeper you go into this end, the more important hitting that double takeout becomes. But
Normal.
wait to see.
James saying, I haven't had any camera time yet this weekend, so wandering out onto the ice. Granted, he was just collecting a stone, a wide stone, but nonetheless.
Always a guest star as a co-commentator. Girl is the other way around. needs
to
to
get this to curl over. Straight curl, straight
Work, good
curl.
work.
It's something. And he gets one. And that's the wide view.
Yeah, I tried to find an angle and I tapped the wrong one, but I didn't want to switch angles 3 times in a row in the middle of the action. But a single takeout here, and this works for Transylvania. One good freeze up against that shot stone there, and Harrikada is in trouble. Well, trouble, maybe that's exaggerating it, but at least they're making things uncomfortable. And you can see Liam looking at the scoreboard, doing the maths, like how big could our score lead be after this ends? How big would the damage be if we are not dealing with hammer efficiency here?
This has to be
Unde-i?
behind the guards.
Dă-i dacă înceată, dă-i, a doua
Team's playing
casă.
strong in this end so far, honestly.
Trebuie să cadă. Trebuie să cadă.
Will this curl enough? Does it have the weight?
Dă-i,
Bit
mă.
of
Trebuie
both.
să cadă.
Feels okay-ish.
Weight feels okay, but it's not curling, and so now they've just set up the double there.
Dă-i.
Finds nice curl in the
Dar nu
end.
cred că le poate scoate ambele.
There is a double takeout there. So hard. I mean, from this camera angle, it feels like you can see half up to 3/4 of the stone. But will that be the same when you're sitting in the hack? I mean, I guess so. There's definitely enough curl
Yeah,
to reach it with a control weight.
Yeah, I think that's no problem because you're not trying to get to the nose. You're trying to get close to.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, you can always jam it, of course. The double is hard because if you catch it on the side, it could just jam. Your shooter rolls out, and then they end up scoring 2. Flashing is the worst case.
Easy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, they need to get rid of one. Going for the curl. You need to get this one over.
Will hit for sure.
Gets one.
There's a jam. Open takeout for 2.
Well, they did roll over, stayed in the house, and are sitting shot. So
Control!
a flash would be absolutely devastating for Transylvania here.
Yeah, on this level, and this is a crucial stone here. I mean,
I'm not expecting them to flash, but we have seen some missed takeouts. So
even a takeout and a rollout is considered a failure, having to score on your hammer.
Yeah.
Needs to be a hit and stay here.
Oh, lasă-o. Dă-i.
They are
Dă-i.
given an opportunity. They have to seize. Oh, this feels light. Might overcurl.
Dă-i.
Oh, no.
The worst case, and I think if they lose the game, this is the stone that will put the final stone. And you can see Mutt's expression, like he did not expect this kind of miss.
Oh.
He did not expect this miss here, and I think this is the straw that potentially broke the Romanian camel's back. Such a hard one. And last end they had a 4-1 drawing against Harrikada, and Harrikada ending up stealing. Now they had an open takeout. Again, not executing, allowing Harrikada to steal again. And yeah, the efficiency on the last stone is so crucial in curling. You can place 7 perfect stones, but if you cannot finish it off with the last one. 5-1 Harrikada. Now, somebody in chat mentioned I predict 7-5, which means he will predict Transylvania scoring a 6-ender here.
Well, he picked 7 for Harrikada, so...
Oh, yeah. That's
pretty
true,
good.
that's true.
Probably top 4.
Oh, whoops. No, it's not final. We are in the 8th end.
Yeah, we are still out there.
It's also not the last stone.
maybe
What happened here?
Stop in the house, though.
Let me get the scoreboard up to date.
All right, so we have a
Top 4.
perfect opening stone here for Harrikada. Just putting it on the house, on the pin. And Transylvania, they cannot go for this hitting game, but just scoring 4 for a tie. Such a difficult job here. Well, they'll just have to
Unde-i?
go with it. Not, are they going for a corner guard? I
Trebuie să
guess
cadă
they
un
are.
pic.
Yep. Needing
They-
this one
they
to
put us
curl
on
over. There it goes.
Dă-i.
That one settles down, very nice.
And now, yeah, putting stones in the house. And even the center guard in front of it, all fine. Harrikada sitting in a comfortable seat here. Basically, without big mistakes and without weird choices, they should be able to just
Should be
carry the victory across the
3-4.
line.
Yeah, they'd prefer this one to be in the
Think it's all
house than
there.
above it. Yeah, that feels like that'll get there. Liam coming to sweep. Lewis helping him out. There it goes.
Corner.
Pretty much what they wanted. Now you're gonna try drawing over to the other side, setting up both corners.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the plan, if that's what you're going for, you have to stick with the plan, even though you know it's going to be you're playing the long game here. But there's not that much alternative. It's not about winning the end anymore. It's about having a thin opportunity here to just maybe tie the game. I think winning is getting very hard.
Oh, dei linee.
Oh, this one a little bit heavy, so that's going to come in on the house, tap that yellow one back.
Bravo.
Now, if you are Harrikada, what do you do with that red one? Do you leave it there?
Take out. You don't need to. You don't need to steal. You just.
That's
I
true.
like coming in. Or corner freeze on that.
Anything that is just knocking stones out of play. Every kind of stone in play can make a kind of chaotic mess where Transylvania could end up on top. So just knocking things out of play, even if it's your own yellow, that's not the worst.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm a huge fan of this, leaving that one there and coming in behind it.
Yeah,
unless you're more. Unless you're more confident with it. Let me talk. Unless you're more confident with that draw instead of the hit.
Probably 2 are back one pushing it through.
Thing is, even the flash is not the worst at this point.
It's actually going to just chip off the one in the back there, which might hold it in play. It does.
Tu din împinge masa în asta. Se ține aici, așa. Dobra, hai. Da, e ok.
What I saw looks like they're going to be trying to, draw into here. Oops, wrong color. Let's use the correct color. Trying to draw in, get to the pin, kind of stick behind stuff.
Prea multă gheață.
Do they risk walking in yellow? Throwing in some of those stones where yellow could jam into. At some point, they will have to take out yellow. Do you want to have
but if they run the red back, yellow would go out the other side. So as long as they don't get in behind the directly behind the yellow, they should be able to still get rid of it. They're going to have to get creative with their scoring anyway.
Yeah, they weren't able to kind of use the corner guard they put up earlier.
This one is going to be tight, and that is going to hit on the red, which will tap back onto the yellow. And does that send it deeper a little bit behind the tee line at least? But not exactly what they wanted to do.
Yeah, maybe that's the plan, like putting red stuff in the front of the house and then start kind of tapping them back against the yellow ones, keeping them in play, getting yellows out. I mean, you have to go for this kind of bold game crazy strategy where you have to hope for a bit of misses from your opponent. There is no straightforward. If you do this, we for sure score 4.
Yeah.
The only way to do so is by counting on mistakes of your opponent.
Liam talking about a guard. Not really the worst. I mean, but then it gives Transylvania more opportunities because they've got a run back. They've got to try some crazy stuff. But
I think this is indeed where you kind of discuss with the team. Okay, what plan do we want to try and execute here? If you put up a guard, they will have to deal with the guard. Do we try and defend our shot stone for as long as possible. They still have a couple of extra stones in the house. If it was the only stone in the house, that would be very risky, but they have some extra stuff in the back 12 foot.
It's got a curl, it's on. Where is it? Okay, then bring it here. As far as it goes. Yep.
This one not going to have a chance to curl over. Matt's doing his best to kind of sweep it to get over on the corner.
Okay.
Not ideal, but it's going to make that run back with the Reds a little bit harder.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's sitting in an annoying spot for Transylvania. The angle they were looking for is kind of obstructed now.
È la finale. Bene.
Okay.
Aici. Prea mult. Sperei bună sau nu?
An interesting end, I think, strategy-wise. It's hard. It's too bad we can't really understand what they're saying to kind of figure out what the bigger plan is.
No, looking at this broom, it almost makes me wonder if they're going to try to come in and kind of split just to push that back a little bit and then end up over there so it opens up the yellow.
Yeah, that could be an interesting one.
He's asking for less ice now. I mean, you also have if it just doesn't curl, that it comes back and they can try to run that back onto it, but this is now the moving the broom in, I don't know. Light and inside, yeah, that's gonna over curl. I don't even know if that's gonna have the weight to get back there.
How do you figure out a plan Z for this stone?
That is gonna tap red and
yeah. Red's still looking at options to score 4 here. If you're Harrikada.
If I'm Harrikada, I'm putting something up here.
Yeah, that was the plan. That was what I felt like they were going for. Putting guard, or at least putting stones in a way you take some interesting angles away from your opponents. That's the idea behind.
Nope. And nobody else dropped their broom. Does nobody believe in that superstition or what? If one person drops the broom, everyone's supposed to drop the broom.
Yeah.
Well, while they're talking about this, we have an update.
On the center
over
line.
on sheet A. Jakob Juk scored 2 in the 7th. They lead it 7-5 over Rouen, and they are in the 8th end. Still a few stones to play over there. Going for the draw here. Matt's just calm, relaxed. They are in the lead. They've got don't have a whole lot to worry about just yet.
Where's the weight? It's got a curl. It's really got a curl.
That will curl once it crosses. Ooh, that's actually not curling.
Curling.
There it goes, and a little corner freeze.
The angle is interesting for red here. That's one thing.
Yeah, I think that one definitely deeper than they wanted. They wanted that one up higher because now it's a bit easier to slightly off nose, and
they have an opportunity to deal with the stone that's going to bug them for the rest of the end. So maybe this is the moment where they want to at least deal with it now before it's too late.
Yeah. However, it will still leave a yellow in place.
Yes.
And so they'll have to deal with that one.
Yeah, that's
right
true.
after. So, and obviously Harrikada can just throw another guard up over here to take it away. Why did my color not change? That's what we want. Time is running out
Oh,
for
lasă-o. 3
Transylvania.
să cadă. 3.
Feels wide.
3.
Maybe a lucky kiss. Oh,
Not
well,
quite.
interesting.
Oh,
Interesting.
Thanos.
This is interesting. It is interesting. It took out one of those awkward yellow ones. It exposed the second yellow one, so only the shot stone is now in place.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a little less ice, okay?
But yeah, that stone in the back is still sitting in a
Had you about...
in a position where it's so annoying for
Yeah.
Harrikada.
Harrikada is sitting third,
Yep.
second, third, and fourth. These two back there are going to be tough to deal with. So
Yeah.
what will Transylvania do? They might be forced to play some kind of outside hitting game to kind of get in.
Yeah, I think this is going to be like maybe if we pull off this one circus shot in the end, and if not, it's GG. With this much stones in play, they might still have an option. And
Whoa,
Harrikada,
whoa.
as long as they can defend the shot stone and they have
Whoa!
2 backups,
Okay. It's got to...
they are
for
very
that
much
line.
in control here.
Yep.
This one looking all right.
Yeah.
I assume because we can't see anything. But yes, that one is perfectly placed. Exactly where they need it. That's going to take away any kind of real chance at the 8th. Now,
There is an interesting weird double over on the left.
Yeah.
Are they looking at that one?
yeah, they've looked at it. So that's the thing. They come down here, play in off this one. They
Yeah.
can suddenly be sitting
Hit,
2.
Shirol.
If that works, they suddenly have options. I mean, they'll have to go for circus shots. They're so deep in the weeds.
Yeah, that yellow really kind of took away the middle for them.
It's like you're buried waist deep into quicksand, and then you're just diving in to pull out your legs, and then
Yeah.
drowning that way. That's kind of metaphor that popped in my head, trying to figure out the strategy to win this game.
That's something like the monkey grabbing the peach. It's a Dutch translation that doesn't quite work.
Oh, lasă. 3 să cadă.
I don't know that
3 să cadă.
saying.
I think it's something I'm making up, but I know the Dutch have some weird ones. So when they get translated to English, it's like, what?
Wait a minute.
Gets the hit on one. Is he going to get
Wait, oh.
over?
No,
No,
it
just
doesn't. But it moved that redstone a bit. So the first things first, are there new angles? There is. Do you see, John? There is this very narrow gap. But if you hit it, no,
Yeah.
this one, no.
Oh, this other one, yeah, coming
Yeah,
up that one.
Straight
Oh,
back,
yeah.
and you double out both yellow ones. And then all of a sudden you end up with just a run back over on the left. If you hit that one, if you're able to just throw rockets in between that, and I've seen Sweet Child of Mine do it in a game against Luxembourg before in this Belgian Curling League, but if you pull this off, all of a sudden you sit 4.
I'm not sure. I think if you come through here and this comes back, it gets onto that one, but I think this jams. Unless it carries just over the top.
Yeah, I mean, you have to
But you
hope
kinda
for that little
have to-
option where
yeah.
it comes over the top and both go out. I mean, again, you're 5-1. If you are 1 circus shot away from tying or winning, that's the one they're going to.
That's the one you got to try.
Yep.
So Harrikada looks like they saw it as well. I feel like they're going to be putting a guard over it.
Oh, just imagine if we would see that happening. That would. I'm pretty sure Harrikada, they would just eat their brooms, and Liam would eat his gloves when that happens. But for a neutral point of view, for the neutral viewer,
Oh yeah, we're all about last stone. We love circus shots.
seems like it's covering the gap. They figured out it was there.
It is going to curl in. And they want it slightly overlapping the yellow. In front or behind is fine. Just take away any kind of angle.
Yeah,
and
there was-
I believe that is...
Well, there was a small tap, so you can still go yellow on red on red on yellow. It is still they're still looking at it because it's there, and they are forced to do it. I mean, they're basically just hanging by a thread.
I am not sure that this yellow comes back here. See, they're looking at this outside one now. Because I think there's just enough of an overlap between this yellow and this red that they can't run it straight back, the yellow straight back. So I think they're looking at, okay, hit this one out here, it kicks over the top, then onto that one, and maybe catches this one.
Yeah.
This shooter might tick off over there and come down there. It just really depends on how hard they hit it, where they hit it. You know,
if they pull this off, just imagine.
Finger is ready to click the button.
Yeah.
We haven't had much to any highlight reel shots tonight.
And can they? Yeah, they really have to go for this option to double yellows out. So that's why they come over that left side.
Yeah, they need to kind of do it. They could come over on this side later if they need to, but. Whew.
Is I inside?
This could basically make up for any mistake in this game and the 15 games before if Tudor is going to pull this one off.
Whoa, da! Dej, Dare.
They pull it off.
Ooh. Gets rid of one. There's a
tare aici la final.
bit of a circus. Oh, does that help them out at all?
It takes away at least one of the two yellows they were struggling with.
Do anything
Now,
with that?
the shot stone is still out there.
Yeah.
Can they reach the shot stone? That is a question. And the second question is, can they reach shot stone in a way they can score 4?
I don't think so. I think depending on what Harrikada does and that they don't mess it up, I think that even if they were to come around with like hack weight, they're not able to get close enough to go back like that.
Yeah, I don't see a way where you can run in a red one.
Right there. That is a long angle, and you have to shoot a tiny gap.
Is the gap wide enough to squeeze it just in between it? It's hard to say.
Yeah, it's very hard to say. I want to say yes, but then again, that camera angle, it's a fisheye lens, so it's a bit distorted.
Yeah, I mean, just Harrikada is going to give them that angle by.
You know what? That's the kind of thing you got to let them have. You just draw over and.
But the thing is, if they just put a stone in the 8 foot, you basically also make it hard.
Well, honestly, if I'm Harrikada, I would want to throw this one through, and because that's. But now it's in a spot where they'll never be able to score 4.
No. Will they try something? Final game, final stone of the game. I mean, if you're this deep, you might as well just throw in some weights, pray, and then hope for the best.
Yeah, I think.
Because a miss or a GG handshake comes down to the same result, so you might as well throw some rocket in there and hope for something.
Yeah. I mean, there are options. Okay, running the red straight back through, which isn't necessarily the easiest. Not that this will be easy either, but coming like this, getting on the outside of the yellow, on the outside of the red, to that.
But do you
but that yellow jams, they're kind of looking at it, but it's. Or you have reds or yellow, red. So then you're running reds in.
Yeah.
But that's, I mean, all of these are crazy circus shots that you have no margin of error.
It's almost like reverse engineering. Okay, what do you want to hit, and then how do you kind of move from there?
How do you get there?
Yeah, I think, and already people here at the venue are looking at the TV, figuring out the angles and all of that.
Asta. Deci asta dacă lovești aici.
Oh, there's a banner in the way, I think.
Yeah, maybe I can get the other angle.
Adică aici ar trebui să lovească
they're gonna talk for a little while, so maybe that gives me just enough time.
Deci asta aici, așa-i? Și dacă trebuie să lovească aici, asta ar trebui lovită aici Aici.
Yeah, they do have the luxury of not having a thinking clock, so they
Dar trebuie să dai
can
destul de tare.
take their time discussing this.
There's definitely no angle. Wait a minute, maybe a bit.
There we go.
Nah,
oh, they
not really.
finished discussing. Yeah, there was
no angle anyway.
Deci,
Timo
un kick după
Verreken
nat.
and Jonas from Dinos and Turtles looking at what are the angles.
Uite,
The
deci
only
să
way we can do it is
possibility.
by just hijacking the boot.
De
the
aici,
camera.
așa, Boogie.
But they made a decision going
Așa.
for red on yellow. You can have the honors, John, of drawing the final line here, unless they are.
They're not changing it. They're looking at a different. Oh, now he's looking at the other angle I saw. This crazy thing.
Yeah. Did he
Păi, adică
watch
pe
the
aici.
TV? Because obviously we're drawing angles and they can watch. But I don't think so. I've
No,
didn't
no.
see them pop.
They weren't looking over here like that.
Boogie, gheața e bună?
It's gonna happen.
Uită-te la
Mats is
gheață.
already kind of spinning a bit. He's like, no way, this is gonna happen. Let's make sure I actually catch this shot before that will be the miss of the century
Yeah, it's
from
like
a broadcasting point of view. Right, let's
We'll get
have
rid of
a
that.
full screen, because if he pulls it off, Tudor, we want to have all the spotlights on him.
I mean, I'm standing up for this one. There's no edge of the seat anymore. We're standing up for it. This is one shot at glory.
Da. Nimic.
Oh, is it going to be?
Whoa!
Oh no! So close.
Man, there was just a second where I believed it was happening, but then the yellow sticked, and
So
I couldn't. I was already hyped too much because it went in.
it was not the stone they were looking to push in, but wow, they almost got the
Man.
crazy ricochet. And so that is going to be a win for Harrikada. Tough match for both of them. That was a hard-fought match from both sides.
But what a treat! What a treat for the viewers spectating this last ends. It was out there, for sure.
That was. I mean, it came down to the final stone. That last end really tense. Really tough end for both teams. Harrikada holding on for the victory. I mean, I want to say an easy victory, but it wasn't. I think the score lines were they were fighting for every point. 5-2. Well, only single point ends aside from the one blank. So points were hard to come by. Really good battle and good match for Harrikada to come away with that victory.
Yeah, and you can see the fans from Harrikada saying "Vamos" in chat, but I think a minute ago they were sweating us, bucket us on their seats. But that was an exciting last stone for sure to watch.
Yep. And wow, yeah. Alistair, almost what a finish. Thanks, guys. Have a great evening. Thank you, Alistair, and thank you, everybody who tuned in to watch this matchup. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and turn on all the alerts and go follow us on all of our social medias if you love this, like this action and want to see more of it.
Just don't camp in my front yard if you want to follow me from that is not allowed, but that's like the border. But anything below that, we are very accepting to it.
So we've had a fun time tonight bringing you this match. We are actually playing tomorrow morning. We have our own quads match going on if you want to tune in for that. We'll be mic'd up, but we'll be out on the ice, so unable to read the chat. But we'd love to have you in there watching us and letting us show you how good or bad of curlers we really are, because in here we're the best curlers ever. We never make mistakes. But with that, I'm going to say thank you. I'm John. This is Pim, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.